and are the big supporters of these events and the creators of this event. And thank you, Roms of Puerto Rico, that everybody's having a good time. So please, here it is, the biggest star of the night. Senén Llanos, photographer, self-taught from Puerto Rico.
Yes.
It's been 8 years and it's been working hard for showing you all this amazing, wonderful series of works. And he's going to introduce also somebody very special.
He's actually my fiance, Camille.
All right.
All right.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Pretty much everything that we do, every single photo you see, we work together. She's like a total part of everything we've done, and she's absolutely incredible.
This is the team, and together they actually create this amazing work that's all of the series of skin are made indoors. You can tell those are no effects or Photoshop effects or anything like that. They're actual pigments, and natural baby powder, and anything that's actually comes to his mind and can apply for this poor guy. But anyway, we have a little pieces of the series, the Aqua series, which is in this wall over here. And that's just an introduction. It's a large series that he's developing at the same time parallel to the skin series. Now, I'm going to ask a few questions, but please be free to ask any other questions, like I heard from somebody asking me what exactly the pigment in that piece. So maybe you can tell us later. And why did you choose photography as your medium? Why not painting? Because you're actually obviously a very, very good painter.
Right, pretty much since I've had memory of being around cameras. Like my father, who's right there, he was a big hobby photographer. He was really into photography. So I always had cameras around my house. And it just came to me naturally, like I always knew like I had to get cameras. I pretty much always started exploring with them since very, very early.
That's very nice, and I'm very sure everybody's wondering, who are your models? And why do you choose women?
Most of the models are really close friends. Some of them are people I know that I get really inspired from. I think one of them is actually a model. None of them are really models, like though they are not dedicated to models. And the reason why I be choosing women, there's not like a really specific reason. Since I started my life, I have two sisters. They are hiding somewhere around there. They were like extremely popular all the time. I was like really weird kid in high school, and they were scaring me around. So I was always surrounded by these other friends, all these beautiful women, all these really, really great people. So I became the friend they had confidence. I became like the weird, nerdy friend of my brother of my friends, and it just came to me like totally naturally. I was always into women since. Every time, most of my friends are actually women.
We like that.
Why not?
So, about the color. The color is something very important in the work.
Yes.
And do you deliberately choose the color? You have color in your the color you are going to use when you photograph your models, or is something that comes in the process?
Whenever I decide to take photos of someone, I pretty much try to match colors with their personality, with their looks, with what they make me feel. Way before I can pick up the camera, I already have an idea of what I'm trying to go for. Once then I get in the scene, for example, I think this is the perfect example to show. Everybody loves this place. We chose blue, turquoise, blue, and pink for her, and we created like a base of white. She's a very dynamic person, a very happy person, and it felt like it really contrasted her personality well. So every single person I've done has to do a lot with their personality, so how they make me feel.
That's very beautiful. And your titles are very much. How do you title your pieces? In the process afterwards, or how was? Because I noticed that many of the taking from the Greek mythology.
Yes.
So how does it work?
The titles were done all way after taking the photos. There are titles that inspired me from the photos. Actually, a big person who's responsible for titles is Camille. She actually chose most of the titles of the photos. Can you say a little bit about it?
Yes, basically,
what we did when it comes to the name of the picture is based on their personality again. For example, these ladies here, most of them, they're not models, but they have different personalities. So, for example, one of them, she's a yoga master, a yoga teacher, and also she dances and she does a lot of art. So that's why I call her Minerva. Minerva, she was the Greek goddess of arts and craft. So basically, that's what it, that's what it took me to name her like that. And for example, this is, I have to say, they're all, I love every of them, but this is my favorite, and I call her Helena. Helena of Troy. Remember Helena, he was a beautiful, beautiful woman, and because of her, a lot of heroes died, and even Troy itself vanished because of her beauty. So in this case, for example, I took her, the model, she's gorgeous, and not only physical, but as a person. So in this case, for example, I call her actually Helena in 2 times. Here, like all this dust is like all the things that she produced. For example, the war and all these men falling in love with her and all this madness. So all this chaos is what is surrounding her. So in the other area there, we have another Helena. In the back, is a small one. But there, you can see, it's kind of the same pose, but she looks very quiet, very tranquil, very serene. So, for me, that's Helena after the war. Troya disappeared, all the heroes vanished, Paris was gone, so there she is, just lying there. So basically,